Good afternoon and welcome back to Houston Real Estate Today, Houston's most informative hour of great real estate information. I'm your host, Steve Levine, publisher of Real Estate Executive and Builder Architect magazines. And this being our 30th broadcast on the 30th of the month. I think that's a great number 30 today, Andy. So we are back with you today. We have a terrific show, just like always. We're going to talk about the Houston real estate market today, not yesterday, not last week, but we're going to update with Carol Fusco, Realty Pros of Texas. Katie Real Estate Office going to tell us about the Houston real estate market. Got my friend and my agent, Chris Levine with Farmers Insurance. And Chris is a agent extraordinaire, and he's going to talk to us a little about the upcoming hurricane season and insurance and things you need to know. And then back, my choice, Coach Dan Hart is back with us with a update from this past Wednesday's visit to Austin for the Austin Sea Party. You'll remember the Boston Sea Party.
Fourth quarter today, Steve. Fourth quarter.
This is the Austin Sea Party. We're going to talk about what happened to him, and he wasn't supposed to come on until next week, but I was dying to know what happened this week in Austin, so that's why he's back on the show today. But we have a terrific show. If you guys are tuning in on the internet, go to HoustonRealEstateToday.com. You can click on there if you want to listen to it on the internet anywhere in the world, anytime. If you do listen to the show via the internet, please email me, let me know that, info@HoustonRealEstateToday.com. Also the same email address if you have a question for any one of my guests. But we have a great show for you today, and we're going to get right into it. First we have Carol Fusco with Realty Pros of Texas, an independent real estate company, office in Katy, Texas. Right there with Chris Levine, no less. So these guys are like roommates or something like that. Anyway, no, they're office mates. And Realty Pros is a boutique company that caters to those individuals who prefer to work with professionals that are experts in the real estate industry and provide personal attention. Carol has been in the real estate industry for over 15 years, originally from Manhattan, New York. New York. The city's so nice, they named it twice. I grew up about 30 minutes from there. And she has lived in the Katy area for the past 9 years and practiced real estate in Texas for the last 8 years. I always say if you want to ask somebody what's happening in the real estate industry, ask somebody out there doing it, and not a reporter, not somebody getting it from somewhere else, somebody out there in the trenches. And that's why we have a different real estate agent on every single week. So you get a different perspective of their area and their areas of expertise. And I'm just so pleased with all of the diversification of information we get on the show each and every week. So we're here with Carol. Carol, welcome to the show.
Hi, Steve. How are you? Thanks for having me.
I'm fine. It's good having you here with us. And I want to talk about your overview of the Houston real estate market today, May 30th, 2008. What's your take on the market?
The market actually in the Houston area is quite strong. I know that people hear a lot of things out in the media about how terrible the market is. It's actually, I think, in a corrective state where things are more or less going back to normal. And sorry about that. Where things more or less are going back to normal. So it's actually correcting itself.
So we're on the mend, if you will. We're getting better.
Yes.
Well, I just saw a press release from one of the largest appraisal companies in the U.S. about the turnaround, and many pockets within cities are increasing and increased values. So there's a lot to do with that. We have to remember that you can't paint real estate in general with a broad stroke. All cities everywhere, all communities within the city are the same, because they are not. And there are different areas and different markets and different territories that are doing very well. So thank you for bringing that up. What motivated you to start your own company when you got involved in real estate?
You know, I've been in and out of the real estate industry for about 15 years. And having worked at different companies with different mentalities, I wanted to start my own where I could train my agents the way I wanted them to be trained and go out there and deal with people the way I wanted them to deal with people, which is more focusing on relationships as opposed to transactions. I think that I wanted a group of people that are not going to sell people houses, they're going to sell people homes. And we give you that warm and fuzzy feeling.
I know you've got a great staff and a terrific team. Hand-selected everybody, and they share your values and they share your goals, and that's really important, not just a group of individuals with different job descriptions. You really do promote and work well with the team concept.
Absolutely. Thank
So,
you.
well, tell me, do you see this as a good buyer's market, or do you see this as a seller's market, or is it both?
It's a little bit of both actually right now. Average sale time for sellers right now is about 2 months, depending on what part of Houston you're in. And a it can always be a buyer's market. It just depends what kind of deal you're looking for and what kind of deal you get. So,
Now, I know you service West Houston, Katy primarily,
correct.
and I have heard there's a difference in real estate north of
Yes.
north of Katy Freeway and south of Katy Freeway.
Yes.
What's the difference there and why?
Property values are a little higher on the south side of the Katy Freeway. They're a little lower on the north side. My gut and my feel is usually it has to do with the Katy School District. The schools tend to be a little stronger on the south side than they are on the north side, and the subdivisions are planned and they're much larger. They have more amenities and they're just more appealed. They more appeal to more people.
But both sides of the Katy Freeway, the Katy School District, yes?
Yes.
Okay, but there is a difference between the schools north of Katy and south of Katy.
Yeah, a little bit, but yeah.
Typically, what communities do you work the most in?
Cinco Ranch, Grand Lakes, Seven Meadows, the larger communities in the South Katy area.
Now, do you venture outside of West Houston or Katy?
Absolutely.
Like what areas?
I work exclusively by referral. I was out in Clear Lake this weekend, so wherever my clients need me to go, I'm there.
Good for you. I mean, when you say boutique, and boutique used to mean just one individual little area, like within a mile or two radius of the office. But it's good to know you're out there servicing your clients just about everywhere. Now, you were hard to catch up with this week. You and I traded phone messages back and forth, kind of getting on your horse going every direction at the same time, but both busy people. I know you got some great listings this week, didn't you?
Yes, I do.
Tell me about some of your new listings.
My favorite one is in Cinco Ranch. It's on Wellbrook. It's a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom, 2 bedrooms down, pool. Absolutely awesome. Listed at $498. My second favorite is in Kellywood Greens. It's on Iron Castle. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, amazing pool, covered patio, all the bells and whistles.
What, and how much is that listed for?
That one is listed for $397.
5 bedrooms, with the average of family being 2.2 adults and 1.2 children. I haven't figured out the .2 where that comes in, but just 2 arms or whatever. But how? Tell me who would be an ideal candidate for the 5-bedroom?
For the 5-bedroom, nowadays our generation is experiencing what we call the crunch or the sandwich generation, because we're ending up having to take care of our parents and our children. So this particular home has 2 bedrooms down, so if you're taking care of elderly parents, they don't have to climb the stairs to get upstairs. That bedroom has a full bathroom that services it, and if you have 3 or 4 kids, there's room for everybody.
Perfect, and that nanny and maybe an office, and
Absolutely.
those rooms go pretty quick when you get started putting away the stuff. You know, our homes are just a big place for our stuff, but the older we get, the more stuff we've got. I know we're bulging at the seams now, so we've got a challenge. But so 5-bedroom. Any other listings that you've got that people should know about?
Absolutely. There's one in Kellywood. It's on Castle Mills.
Okay.
It's like 3,200 square feet with a beautiful backyard, and it's a very, very open floor plan. Flows really, really nicely, and that one's actually listed at $220. So it's quite a steal.
Wow, that is good. Now tell me what are some of the good buys in the market on either side of I-10? Where would you recommend that people look?
It really depends on where you want to live. A lot of people are looking to live close to friends and family, so that is usually a major reason why people decide where to live. But I think there are good buys everywhere. It just depends on the buyer and exactly what they're looking for and what they consider a good buy. To some people, it's whether you get a house below market or if you get the house of your dreams, it's got absolutely everything you want.
So, well, I was taught a long time ago, you buy at a buyer's market and you sell in a seller's market. It's good for both, but there's a lot of value in real estate right now, and more affordability than there has been, and more choice. And is a good market for investors, and do you work with investors?
Absolutely. I work with investors from all over the country, actually. They're really looking at Texas because we have a steadier market compared to the rest of the country. And yeah, it's a great market, especially if you want to hold on to a house for about 5 years and rent it. And see the appreciation, absolutely.
It's a great time not just for a rental property, but it's also a great time for a second home if somebody's looking for one of those. So it's a good time to invest. If you can, we always talk about with our sponsor Renee Sabater with Urban Financial, making sure you get the loan before you get the home.
Exactly.
And when you recommend that, go ahead.
Absolutely.
If you're looking for a home this summer, start now. Making sure you got your credit score in order, and maybe working with a company who can help you repair your credit, and work with a realtor to find you the best home at the best price. So, but people go out and look for homes and they worry about the money. It needs to be the other way around.
That's correct.
I remember when we got in this credit crunch and mortgage meltdown, people pulling up the signs and call the realtors. And before I even look at this house, can you buy me money? Have you checked under your mattress? Maybe some there. No, but it's about getting your credit score in order, and so how much money you're going to have, and make sure it's there at closing when you get there. How do I compete? How do I possibly sell my house with so much on the market, so many opportunities? How do I sell my home? Is it a good time for? Would you suggest I list it?
It's a great time to list your home. The key is you really need to listen to your realtor. When a realtor goes in and does an evaluation, they give you tips on what you need to be done. Your house needs to look good, smell good, have great curb appeal, be fresh, be uncluttered, and the absolute most important thing is that it needs to be priced correctly.
Price it correctly. Also, here staging goes a long way. That's a big word lately.
Yeah.
Staging. Do you help your sellers stage their home?
I actually have a designer by the name of Crystal Reeves that comes in, and she helps my sellers stage their homes and move furniture around and use things that they already have to make it more appealing to the general public.
Yeah, I think sometimes you have to take an outside look at your home and almost take a look at it the way a home builder markets and retails their homes, so it looks good, not too much clutter, and the walls are appealing. I hear a little bit of fresh paint and fresh landscaping outside do wonders to bring up the value of the home and to help it sell faster at a better price. Is that true?
Absolutely, it goes a long way.
I know staging works, but sometimes it's hard to tell that seller that foil wallpaper is not going to work anymore. It might be great in the 70s, but you got to move it.
That's correct.
And that cross collection, just too many. Just take a few down. So anyway, well, tell me why would a home not sell in today's market?
Usually the number one reason a home doesn't sell is the price.
Is the price.
You have to price it according to condition and location.
Do a lot of sellers come to you and say, hey, let's start out a little higher, we can always come down, see what the market will bear?
85% of the time.
They say, and 99% of the time, what do you tell them?
We can try it, and then in 2 weeks I'll call you and ask for a price reduction.
Just 2 weeks, indeed, so get yourself prepared. But you may lose a good buyer when it was priced fairly with today's market and conditions. You might lose a good buyer in the process. So it's better to start out the right price rather than a little higher. I just put a pool in, cost me $8,000. Can I go up $8,000 on the price of my house?
No, sir. So enjoy it while you have it.
Enjoy it. So a pool is only worth what someone's willing to pay to own a house with a pool.
That's
versus
exactly
not.
right.
So it's not the same return on investment the next day if they decide to sell at home. Indeed. Well, I know you talk and represent exceeding traditional service. What does that mean?
Back in the day, you'd call a realtor, they take you out, they show you homes, you get it, you buy a home, that's it. Our service, we get to know you so that we can help you identify the homes that are right for you. And even after the transaction, we are there. We still invite you to client parties. We want to know how you're doing. We help you with your next purchase. And we really, really make it a point to just stay in touch. And for us, personal service exceeds traditional service.
Excellent. So it's really about personalized service to exceed their expectations that really help you garner the testimonials and the referrals that you get for your company. Is that true?
That's correct. I work 100% by referral only.
That's excellent. Well, I know you have a responsibility to market your listings. What websites are you marketed on?
I am marketed on my own personal website, which is www.realtyprotects.com, but also on Trulia, on Postnets, on Craigslist, and HAR, and Realtor.com.
Boy, I can tell you I don't miss those days where MLS books were the size of the Manhattan Yellow Pages, or maybe bigger, and you hated giving it up. But now the the world searches on the internet and can find lots of things, and on har.com as well.
Fabulous, fabulous website.
Great place to search in lots of languages. Well, tell me this. I know you have a great team. Tell me some of the people you work with.
My buyer's agent Kim Bush, my buyer's agent Kim Levine, Robin Jones, Robert Marsuli, Isidro Sanchez, Mary Anderson. They're all fabulous.
You got a great team and a great company. Your contact information, real quick.
Carol at carolfusco.com, 832-212-2772.
Great. Carol, it's been great having you on the show. If you missed any part of this segment, you can watch it on HoustonRealEstateToday.com. If any questions, you can email us at info@HoustonRealEstateToday.com. And we'll be right back with more great information on Houston Real Estate Today.